Hey, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? This is that boy. This is that boy, RickTitus. That boy, RickTitus. Listen, do me a favor. Do that boy a favor. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit those doggone bells. Hit that doggone notification. Hit that bell notification so you can see me on YouTube live. Listen, we want to thank the donation. We want to thank the people that's donating. We got people donating from Saginaw, Michigan, Savannah, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Towson, Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, Rouserstown, Maryland, Culpeper, Virginia. We got Herndon, Virginia, Reston, Virginia, and Gainesville, Virginia. I thank you. I thank you guys for the donation. I appreciate it. A lot of people don't thank the donators, but I do. Thank y'all for helping me keep this YouTube channel up and popping. Hey, listen, let me do a shout out. Let me do a shout out to that young man, that young gentleman, Dr. Let me say it again, Dr. Lionel Green with WBGR TV Network. I want to give you your flowers today, brother. Huh? I want to give you your flowers today, brother. I salute you. Yeah, that's where my skill set come from you, watching you. You inspired me, Dr. Lionel Green. Yes, indeed. Let me give another shout out to that girl, your girl, Natasha Carpenter. You can find her at YouTube, fan base, Red Note, LinkedIn, TikTok, LinkedIn. And guess what? If you want that excellent tea and that excellent coffee, hey, tell her RickTitus sent you. Yeah, family. Yeah, family. This is what we're talking about today. We're gonna get down today. We're gonna get down today. But before I touch bases with the Exquisite Podcast, before I touch bases with that, let me tell you something, guys. Listen, do you guys know how hard it is to get a professional photographer? Do you guys know? Do you know? Listen, guys, the Exquisite Podcast, where stories come to life. Talk to me. Talk to that boy, RickTitus. Listen, family, we do photos. We do photos. We need for you to book your event today for next month. Book your event today for next month. We got limited spaces out there. We got limited spaces, family. Say, listen, we got events out. You can do kids events. You can do birthday parties. You can do graduation parties. You can do husband and wife anniversary, mother's anniversary, grandfather's anniversary, granddaddy anniversaries. You can do a whole lot of party events. All you got to do is stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating and just do the doggone events. Let me turn this phone down. Just do the events. Do the events that you were thinking about doing. Do that doggone event so we can get this thing here popping. So we can get your events popping. Listen, I'm gonna say this again before we get into the podcast. Before we get into this podcast business here. So before we get into that business, family, book your event today. Stop procrastinating and book your event for next month. We got limited spaces, so I'm letting you know now. If you don't want to book your event, you're going to get messed up for next month. And it's going to cost you when you're going around town. So book your event today. Book your event today. Listen, now let's go ahead and dive into this podcast business. The Exquisite Podcast, where stories come to life. Where stories come to life. You understand me? Listen, we're renting out studio spaces. Yeah, we're doing something in the community. That boy, RickTitus, all you got to do is just click on that boy, RickTitus, and start getting in touch with me so we can go ahead and get your podcast popping. So a lot of people say they don't know what to talk about on the podcast. Listen, it's a lot of things that you can talk about on the podcast. You can talk about religion. You can talk about entertainment. You can talk about sports. You can talk about book authors. You're writing a book or you've written a book. You can talk about health and wellness. You can talk about family life. It's a whole lot of subjects that you can talk about on a podcast. Listen, the reason why a lot of you guys don't want to do a podcast, you might not have one of these sophisticated phones. And better yet, you might not have this panel board. This is a podcast panel board. May not be equipped with two old laptops, huh? And desktops. So these are the things that we have here in Exquisite Podcast. We got the backdrop, we got the markup, we got the location. Talk to that boy RickTitus and come and see me at Exquisite Podcast. We're located in Waldorf, Maryland. Everybody in the DMV know we're Waldorf, Maryland. We're in the St. Charles Town Mall, right around the corner from J.C. Penney's. Huh? So everybody in the DMV know where Waldorf, Maryland is located at. But check this out. It's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. You don't even have to be in the state of Maryland. With all of this technology that we got going on, all you need is a cell phone, a laptop, a desktop, and high-speed internet. And we can go ahead and get your podcast popping. All you got to do is just get in touch with that boy RickTitus and say, I want to rent out one of y'all studios. You don't even have to be here in the state of Maryland. Huh? Come on, family. Family, they gave that boy a podcast studio with 8,000 square feet. 8,000 square feet. So come on, we got 43 million FBAs out here. I'm gonna say this again. We got 43 million, not thousands, but millions of FBAs out here. All I'm asking is give me 1%. Come and talk to that boy RickTitus so we can get your podcast screen. Huh? Talk to me. Now, let me go ahead and get into the past. Let me go ahead and genetize this. Let me go ahead and make this thing metal. Listen, pastors out here, we can scream your ministry. We got like 1 or 2 ministries already on board. We can scream your ministry no matter where you at. No matter where you're at in the U.S. or internationally, we can scream your ministry. So, Pastor, this is the deal. This is what the situation is. Huh? You have great knowledge. You got listen, your log book is great. Your material is excellent. But the issue is nobody's seeing you, nobody's hearing you, and you're not touching anybody. Pastors, you getting what I'm saying? Pastors, we can ministry, we can monetize, we can go ahead and scream your ministry all over this doggone internet. So you can get people to watch you. You can get people to donate to your sermon. We got 43 million FBAs here. So talk to that boy RickTitus, Pastor. I'm gonna make the location for you. If you don't have the cell phone, Pastor, I'm gonna get you the cell phone. Pastor, if you don't have the markup, the dashboard, I'm gonna make the dashboard come to you. The markups, the backdrops. Talk to that boy RickTitus. And listen, this is the deal. We are renting out locations. We're renting out our studio in our back office. We're renting out our backdrops and our markups in our studio. Everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to do it. But this is the deal. How can I get it done? RickTitus. All you got to do is get in touch with that boy RickTitus with Exquisite Podcast. The Exquisite Podcast where stories come to life. You hear me? That's what I want to talk about. Hey, listen, let me drop this on you. Let me drop this Cracker Jack on you. Hey, listen, this is the deal, guys. This is what's happening out here in the state of Georgia. In the state of Georgia, they got this thing called eminent domain. And what I wanted to let you guys know, go look it up. Go look it up. Go look up eminent domain. Go look that up and see what you get. In the state of Georgia, we got some FBAs, some senior FBAs out there in the state of Georgia. Let me tell you what's going on. I never heard of that. I never heard of eminent domain. Look it up. Google it, YouTube it, seedling it, and tell me what you think about it. Now, check this out, family. This is a family that got 600 acres. 600 acres now. I thought when you bought the land, you bought the house. I thought when you bought the house, you bought the land. So what in the Kraken Jack scenario is going on, what goes on in the state of Georgia? Huh? You know what they're trying to do, family? Tune on in. I hope you got your seatbelts on. Huh? I hope you got your popcorns. Huh? I hope you got your Cracker Jack box, because there's some shenanigans goes on here. They trying to run a railroad track in their backyard. I said, what in the Cracker Jack shenanigan is going on in the state of Georgia? They're trying to run a railroad. So you're never going to get no sleep. You're never going to be able to enjoy that backyard, 600 acres in the state of Georgia, in their backyard. And you know what they come up to say? They come up to say, hey, this land is under eminent domain. Now, what the hell is an eminent domain? Come on now. You better start checking what state you live in. We got to start getting on code, family. I don't care what nobody say. All of this marching, those days are gone. Huh? We got to start fighting back. Huh? We got to start putting them gloves on. You understand? We got to come up out of that Cracker Jack box. That's why I'm trying to do these videos to make people known about Exquisite Podcast. Some people say, hey, we'll do the podcast. Last month now came and gone. I still haven't heard from you. I'm only going to, listen, let me tell you something. I'm only going to text you one time. I'm not going to be texting you every day. I'm already doing a video letting you know we're renting out our podcast studio. Huh? We got all of the equipment in there. All you got to do is just rent it out and do what you got to do. So don't tell me you're going to do one and then don't do it. That's not your word. That's not what we came from. That's not our ancestry. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking to that boy from Maysville, South Carolina, Sumter County, Harriet Tubman Railroad Underground. People in Maysville, South Carolina don't even know that. They're probably stepping on the underground right now as we talk. Don't even know it. Yeah, I'm from Washington, D.C. I was born in Washington, D.C., but my roots is from Maysville, South Carolina, Sumter County. You digging what I'm saying? So, hey, look, let's go ahead and get this thing here popping. Let's get this thing here brewing. Let's go ahead and get this Exquisite Podcast where stories come to life. Huh? We're renting out our studios. We got all of the equipment. You don't even have to be in the state of Maryland. You can be internationally. You don't have the dashboard for the podcast. We got the dashboard. Huh? You don't have that excellent phone? Come and see us. You don't have the backdrop. You don't have the markup. You don't have that location. Come and see that boy RickTitus so we can get your podcast popping on the internet. So we can get your ministry pastors popping on the internet. Huh? Listen, this is that boy RickTitus. This is that boy RickTitus with the Exquisite Podcast where stories come to life. Click the donut, family. Click the donut in the description. I'll see you guys on another video. This is that boy RickTitus who said it couldn't be done.